How are you? Welcome for this session. Today we are going to learn about or we are going to revise nutrition in animals. Last lecture or in last two videos we have learned about, we have revised our first lesson, that is nutrition in plants. So in this lesson we are going to learn about nutrition in animals. So let's start with the two different concepts. First one is nutrition, second one is digestion. Okay, so these two concepts we need to begin this revision session. What is mean by nutrition? As I told you in last two videos also, nutrition means mode of intaking food. Okay, so mode of intaking food, it is different from animals, different in animals. Okay, just see what is the difference. See, in plants nutrition have two different types of mode: autotrophic mode of nutrition and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. In animals they have a different mode of nutrition. Okay, just let's begin. What do you mean by nutrition? Nutrition means mode of intaking food. We can get it very easily. Nutrition means mode of intaking food. How we intake the food in our body for further process. That is called nutrition. Okay. And nutrition in animals, there are various ways through that the animals intake the food. Okay. See, as per animals, just like we have observed, if you are observing our premises in our surroundings, we find out the different types of animals. Let's begin with human beings. How does the human being intake the food? We intake the food through our mouth, we bite it, we crush our food and swallow it. Other animals just like honeybee, hummingbird, okay, some types of insect, they suck the food. What is their mode of intaking? Sucking, they suck the nectar from the flowers. So that their mode of intake is, that is sucking. Some animals swallow their food. For example, snakes. What do snakes do? Snakes swallow their food. So this mode of intaking food is called nutrition. Okay. So mode of intaking food. Afterwards, again there is a process. Plus utilization by the body. We call it use by the body. Use of food. Okay, so nutrition, mode of intaking food and use of that food, that is called nutrition. How we intake the food and how our body utilize it, that is the complete, that two process combines the nutrition. So what do you mean by digestion? Okay, see, we digest our food. There is a complete process of digestion of food. So let's see what is mean by digestion. Simple, here this combination of two process, intake of food and use of that food. How our body uses it, that is called nutrition. And digestion very simple. Okay, when our food, see, when we eat our food, that is in a different form. And what our body requires in a different form. We get our food in a complex form. And our body requires simple form. Okay, we get our food in a complex form, our body requires simple form. So the process, digestion is the process which convert the complex food into simple form. What is the digestion? See, conversion of complex food into simpler form is called digestion. Simple, that's it. Okay, what is the digestion? Conversion of complex food into simpler form is called digestion. We can call it breakdown also. Breaking down of the process, breaking down of complex substance into simpler substances. We call it digestion. Okay, another word we can use, breaking down of complex into is called digestion. We can use any one definition. We can use conversion of complex food into simpler forms is called digestion. Here we can use breaking down of complex substances into simpler forms. It's called digestion. So both process is very important for us. Nutrition and digestion. These both processes are very essential for our survival. Okay, digestion starts after intaking food. Nutrition, it begins how we take our food in our body. Okay, when after the nutrition, digestion starts. Digestion turns the complex substance into simpler substances. Simple, just like we need fats that is present in our food stuff. Okay, when we eat the fat-rich food, that fat-rich food enters in our body and that convert fats into fatty acids. Now, conversion of fats into fatty acids, that is called complex to simpler. What is complex? Fat is a complex substance and fatty acids is a simpler substance. When the fats break down into fatty acids, that is the called digestion. Okay, so have you understood about these 2 points, nutrition and digestion? Okay, let's begin with modes of intaking food. See, modes of intaking food. Modes of intaking food. Now, what is mean by modes of intaking food? As I told you that each and every animal needs a different type of food. So, according to that, it modified the different body structures. Okay. According to human beings, we have different body structure. We have mouth. Okay. In our mouth, there are teeth, different types of teeth, and tongue. Teeth and tongue both are useful to intake the food. Okay, so we chew our food and digest it. But what about other animals who don't have teeth, such as a sparrow? It has beak. Now, sometimes sparrows swallow its food, sometimes it break that food into pieces with the help of beak. We use our teeth, it uses its beak. Some animals sucks its food, just like a honeybee. Okay, what the honeybee sucks the nectar from the flower, it directly sucks. Snakes, what does the snakes do? Snakes swallow its food. Without chewing, it swallows its food. Earthworms have a different body parts or different body part to digest the food. What it does, it sucks the soil, and whatever the nutrients present in that soil, you utilize that nutrients for the body functioning. So, mode of intaking food is different to each and every animal. It is different in every animal. So, it is not common in each and every animal. Okay, have you understood this one? So, next and very important topic is that digestion in human beings. Okay, so digestion in human beings. So it is a very essential process for our survival. Okay, whatever the task or the performance done by our body, it requires the energy, and that energy we get it from the food. And without digestion, we cannot get any kind of nutrients. As I told you, our body needs balanced diet. Balanced diet means whatever the nutrients present in that food, that is digested by our body. So there are the different processes. Okay, I'm going to mention this process. See, first process, ingestion. Second process, digestion. Third process, absorption. Next, assimilation. Okay, and finally fifth process, that is called digestion. See, these two processes, ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and digestion. This process combines the digestion. Okay, so let's see how this process works. See, in our body, digestion is the process, okay, in which many organs are involved. Okay, so actually that is a track. Have you ever seen assembly line in Discovery? When we see that any factories or manufacturing, how does the factories manufacturing products? They have the assembly line. First, suppose any cars assembly line, if we see, first what happens? First, if there is any machine, so first the main part of machines will be there, and that machine will be enter in next point. What happens there? Another some parts will be added. Again, it will go further. So again, few parts will be added, and at the end, a complete machine or any product will be prepared. So same thing, our food passes from different organs, and that complete tract is called digestive tract, or we can call it alimentary canal. Okay, we call it digestive tract, and when the food passes through the different organs, slowly it is digested. Okay, and this whole process is called digestion, and the tract from which our food passes through, that is digestive tract. Okay, we have that racing car, you know that racing formula, it has a track. Okay, means that car pass from that particular area, so that is a track of that car. So when our food passes through the different organs from our body, so that is the digestive tract for us. So let's see how that digestive tract works. Okay, let's begin with our mouth. First of all, whenever the food enters in our mouth, okay, whenever the food enters in our mouth, there is two different organs. That is a buccal cavity. Okay, what we call to that part? We call it buccal cavity. Okay, and this buccal cavity are teeth and tongue. Two organs are there, teeth and tongue. Two different organs are present in the buccal cavity. Now, what is the function of teeth and tongue? Teeth is an organ, organ which is made up of calcium, and it is a muscular organ. So, teeth help us to grind our food, to chew our food. It helps to chew properly and makes it into the smaller particles, means which will help to digest it. Finally, what is use of tongue? Okay, what is use of tongue? There is a gland, we call it salivary gland. Okay, so teeth, what is the job of teeth? To crush the food, to break down our food. Finally, whatever the food crushed by our teeth, the most and the first thing that added into saliva from our salivary gland. Salivary gland adds the saliva in our food. And who helps to mix that saliva in our food? That is our tongue. Tongue is a muscular organ which can move in all directions. So teeth grind its food salivary gland produces saliva and mixes in our food. And who helps to mix the saliva? That is our tongue. Okay, so here I have mouse, and now another organ is that esophagus. Okay, it is a muscular tube. Okay, it is a tube which starts from our throat and ends in our stomach. What is the function of esophagus? Esophagus passes the food which is chewed by our teeth, our buccal cavity. The food prepared in the buccal cavity, it passes through the esophagus to our stomach. Okay, afterwards the food reaches into the stomach. Now here starts to mix the digestive enzymes. Firstly, it has gastric glands which secretes HCl in our food, which secretes hydrochloric acid in our food and some other enzymes. Okay, what is the use of that some other enzymes? That enzymes helps to digest our food, and hydrochloric acid, it protects the walls of the stomach. Maybe what happens sometimes, the food that we ate, it consists some bacteria, and that bacteria enters in our food. Okay, and maybe that will be harmful. So that harmful bacteria are killed by the hydrochloric acid. So finally the food reached in our stomach, it's properly mixed it and it turns into semi-solid. It turns into semi-solid, and that semi-solid laterwards pass through the semi-solid plus digestive enzyme, it passes through the small intestine. Okay, when it is stomach to small intestine, when the food is passing through the stomach to small intestine, another digestive juice secreted in it, that is the bile juice. Okay, plus pancreatic. Bile juice and pancreatic juice added into our food. Bile juice is produced by the largest gland of our body, that is the liver. Liver produces bile juice stored into the sac called gallbladder. What it does, it produces by the liver. Liver produces bile juice and is stored into gallbladder. When our food enters in the small intestine, that bile juice is secreted into our food. The same pancreas creates the pancreatic juice. Who creates the pancreatic juice? Pancreas creates pancreatic juice and it mixes into. Finally, when the food reaches into our small intestine, okay, there were many finger-like structure, we call it villi. What does the villi do? Whatever the food converted into simpler form, complex to simpler form, there is a process of absorption. Okay, it absorbs all the nutrients from our food and mixed in our body. What the villi do? Villi absorbs all the nutrients from our food and mixes into blood. Okay, and the food passes through it. When it passes, some intestinal juice, which juice? Intestinal juice also mix our food, mix in our food. Finally, what happened? The villi absorbs it and mixes into blood and carries towards the different parts of the blood or cells of the blood, where they utilize it for the further functioning. Finally, after small intestine, our food is entered into large. Remember, the length of small intestine is 7.5 meter and the length of large intestine is 1.5 meter. So what happens in large intestine? Large intestine absorbs water and roughage. Large intestine absorbs water and roughage. Okay, so here the digestion remaining whatever the solid or semi-solid material, they conducts that semi-solid materials into rectum. Rectum is a part where all the facies means waste material. After digestion process, whatever the waste material we have, that is collected into rectum, and finally with the help of anus, all the facies of the waste material is thrown away from our body. Here we have completed our digestion process. So there in the digestion process, there are the few different processes also, that is ingestion means intaking of food, digestion converting complex substance into simpler forms, absorption whatever the substances which is converted into simpler form, it should be absorbed and mixed in our body, assimilation use of that absorbed material for a different task to produce energy, and finally egestion means removing, throwing whatever the waste product we have, we have to throw it from our body. So that is the process of digestion in human beings. Okay, so thank you for today. Okay, tomorrow we are going to learn about buccal cavity. What is buccal cavity? What are the different structure of our teeth and ruminants? How does the process of rumination occurs in human being? So thank you for watching this revision video, part 1 of second lesson. Tomorrow we will see part 2 of the same lesson, and tomorrow we are going to finish this revision of second lesson. Thank you. Have a